right, guys, thank you so much for logging in. I appreciate everybody. I know everyone's super busy. We got some agents on here. We got some people from mortgage background. We got some people from traditional business as well. My name is Nick Sarnicola. I'm the founder of Catalyst Solar. We are the first boutique solar company that I know of in America today. And quick backstory, I've been in entrepreneurship for 25 years, built a company to a couple billion in sales in 19 countries, and watched very heavily what was happening in solar. Got a really interesting bird's eye perspective. I wasn't a customer, I wasn't selling, I wasn't an owner, I wasn't an investor. I had 12 of my top 500 salespeople go on to start solar dealerships. So I was able to, while working with them and mentoring them and listening to them complain about the industry and each other, I was able to offer mentorship, but see really the pros and cons of the industry to the point where I saw the right timing to get in and dive in fast. I don't have a real estate license per se. I have owned many, many homes. I've had rental properties. I had a 70 home development called Terrace Point Landing. If you want to go look that up in Michigan, terracepointlanding.com. So I understand the industry, but not from all the legalese and the mountain of paperwork, the way you guys would understand it. You're the experts with regards to that. I'm not, but what I did see, so I saw a giant gap in the solar industry. That giant gap is professionals. What I noticed is the alarm business, the door-to-door knocking alarm business, transferred over to solar, and it became door-to-door alarm college kids burning through communities, knocking as many doors as they could, and they treated everything like a numbers game and had no relationships, no connections, probably pissed off an army of your own customers, people that you know, communities that you know. And I said, man, what would it look like if I came into solar with professionals, people from the insurance world? I've got pharmaceutical sales reps, medical device, people that are top marketers, former entrepreneurs, people that have left real estate to work with us full time. So I came in with professionals only to create, the nation's first boutique solar, high service, white glove, concierge level, because what is for sure, whether you, as an agent, love it or not, solar is not going away. It's a top-down movement, and the top is the planet. It's a global movement. It's a federal movement from a tax perspective. It's a governmental movement in terms of law. The state of California this year passed a law, you cannot build a new home without solar. Imagine being a builder right now. You can't build a new home unless you put solar on top. Everybody in the state of California must scramble, right, to put solar on the roof. So this is what I like to call inevitable. This is a done deal. The movement has happened, but the movement is the quantity of homes, single family detached homes that have gone solar in the nation, 4 to 5%. So there's another 90+% to go. Heavy concentration being California, Nevada, the Northeast, actually some states with some good concentration. Texas and Florida are the fastest growing. You could be in any state right now, and this conversation still has legitimacy, but has more legitimacy in other states than some. I want to give you one piece of data that's really interesting, and it's also why I made the move. 2011, the amount of new energy created in America, not all total energy, new sources of energy created in 2011, 4% was solar. Last year, 44%. Last year, 44% of all new energy created in America came from solar. This is, again, it's inevitable. It's a done deal. We can either get in front of it as before it explodes, or we can chase this thing for the rest of our lives, or we can sit in the corner and go, kind of complain about what's happening and wish we would have gotten involved years and years ago. So here's just some basics on, solar and storage. There's really 5 components to solar. There's the manufacturers, they make the batteries, the inverters, they make the panels. There is the installers. These are construction companies, EPCs. They're the ones that get on the roof and they pound the nails. There are dealers. groups that are specialized in sales and marketing to bring customers, to the installers. There are the banks. The banks, obviously, y'all know the banks very well. You deal with them in every transaction you have. The banks are the ones that, number one, are making the most money. The banks are the reason why this industry is in momentum. We're going to come back to this in just a second. And then number 5 is the software companies that are providing tools for solar companies to get in place and go. So there's just a quick education. There's a little bit about its growth. Let's talk about just what this means for a customer. The goal of solar now, the banks have changed the game. And you guys know, as agents or brokers or loan officers, whatever you may be, when the banks go all in on something, it's because it's ready. It's because there's safety there. I know we can point to 2006, 7, 8, 9 when things got out of skew, but let's assume we've learned from that mistake. When the banks go all in on something, it's game time. And the banks, as of a couple years ago, have removed, number one, all upfront down payments. And we're talking about multiple banks, multiple loan providers. So no money down. So imagine going into buy a home right now to get a loan that's $100,000 home. And there's like no money down. We do that all day, every day. $125,000 loan, no money down. Try going in and getting a no money down $125,000 car tomorrow. You can't do that, but you can do it in solar. And that's mind blowing, right? Why? Here's why. It's a transfer spend. Because the energy bill that they're paying to the power company of $100, $200, $300. If you live in California, $7,632 per month, right? Whatever you're paying per month. What's happening is the loan products are coming in equal, 10% cheaper, 30% cheaper. In California, Hawaii, different states, upwards of 50% cheaper than what you're paying in your power bill on a month-to-month basis. So for your customer, there's a transfer spend. They might be saving 0 to 30, 40%. Now, the other thing is they're getting ownership. They're paying down a loan to own the solar. At the end of the loan, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, they have the ability now to never have a power bill besides their connection fee, $30, $50, whatever. This is crazy. They can own their own power. Other important point would be banks no longer put a lien on the house. Now, leases, which are bad products, in my opinion, for your customers, leases will. But you've tried to sell houses or buy houses that have had solar on the roof, and it was an absolute pain in your butts. And that's because the old loan products lien the house. They don't do that anymore. They loan the fixture. They loan the solar panel. They lien the solar panels, which is a complete change of the game. So these are just some quick things about solar. Here's what we're looking to do. We're looking to build a network of real estate professionals that we can pair off with our network of professionals that have come here from other industries. We don't have door knockers. We don't have a bunch of people that came from the used car sales thing. Like, it's not what we deal with. We deal with people that were licensed or were professionals in other industries who are making the shift to solar because they see a real opportunity and making a massive income here, because the speed to income is significantly quicker than, say, a real estate transaction traditionally, a non-COVID real estate transaction. And here's another thing. When it comes to real estate, you can only sell a home when somebody wants to sell it, when you can only buy a home when somebody wants to buy it. What percentage of homeowners is that? What we're dealing with is 96% of all single family detached homes is a qualified buyer for us. You can only do a refi when somebody's ready to refi, right? So imagine having, 100 million opportunities out there that every single one of them can go solar any day. And there's a commission, that's very healthy. This is why people are going full time in solar. That's not our conversation with you. Our conversation with you is this. your customers are going to go solar. Bottom line is we want to enter this as a boutique solar company with all professionals. I see an absolute partnership between real estate and solar once you get the right people together. I think when this is all said and done, I think Catalyst Solar will be the most dominant player in solar meets real estate. We're building an entire division for it that's just going to service real estate professionals and their ability to refer deals. But we're on the ground floor of this, right? This is, one of our early conversations around the topic because we're starting to see deal flow like crazy through agents. I want to help a real estate agent make a 6-figure additional income on top of their real estate income for going back and doing a deal with someone they've already done a deal with.
Yeah.
So monetizing a second time on the same customer, before some kid from college bangs on their door.